Hi everybody, this is Bug-S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NECA TMNT Secret of the Ooze 4-pack. So before we take a look at any of the other turtles, let's go ahead and take a look at Leonardo and his accessories. So first up, Leonardo comes with a set of open hands, and technically any of the hands from this set can be used on any turtle. That's what I love about this set. But one weird thing is mine has a bunch of excess light green paint on the inside of the hands there. It looks really funny. It's really noticeable to me. And for the accessory holding hands, it has the same thing. And it rubs off when you put the accessories in their hands. I don't know if it's like that on all of them, but it is like that on mine. Up next, you get this pizza box that's very detailed, and you can actually open it up. You can see some pizza eaten back to the crust. And the pizza looks really nice. You get 4 pieces like that. And you can see where it was cut inside the box. The way they printed that to look like it was cut there looks very nice. You can see a little bit of grease on the bottom and the top. And I just love the way this looks. This is really awesome. Up next, he comes with a canister of TGRI. We've seen this used before. I want to say with Super Shredder is the first figure that it came with. Up next, he comes with his katanas, and they can be stored very nicely in the sheaths. And finally, he comes with accessory holding hands for holding the katanas. And these look really nice. On my Walmart 2-pack version from the first movie, the sword on mine was super warped, and these came out really straight, so that's good. That warped sword on my first one really bothered me. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. NECA did a fantastic job on this head sculpt. Leonardo looks very nice. One of the big differences from the first film with the second film Turtles is all of them had brighter collars. They had brighter, friendlier collars as opposed to the darker collars from the first film. And this looks really nice. The texturing to his bandana and skin looks really nice. All of the spots, you get a little bit of lighter green up here on the top of the head. You even get paint variation there on the teeth. That looks really good. NECA did an awesome job on this. And all of the turtles share the same body mold. They have the same body and everything. The only difference is the belt that holds their weapons. On Leonardo, of course, he has his sheaths on the back of his shell. And the wrapping on them look really nice. As you can see, there's extra glue on the shell on mine. You can see where there's a bunch of excess glue right here on his shell, leaving a little bit of white residue. I do think it's on there pretty tight, though, so that is a good thing. He has some excellent texturing to the back of his shell and some nice variation. That lighter brown painted over top of the shell looks very nice. NECA did a really good job on that. Of course, he has more of that really nice texturing to his skin and some paint variation. Looks very nice. His elbow pads, I wish they would have been done in a matte color. It's kind of a glossy brown and a glossy black. He also has some very nice paint to the front of his shell. You get some darker brown over that lighter brown collar. Down here on the feet, you can see that the right joint on mine is chewed up. The left side is too, but that right joint is worse. I don't know if it's like that on all of them, but the ankles on just about all of the turtles have some sort of issue on my 4-pack. So that is a bit unfortunate. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. Since the turtles share the same body mold, they all pretty much have the same articulation, so I'm only going to go over Leonardo's articulation. So he can look up just about all the way. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out that far. He has double-jointed elbows that can only bend that far because of the shoulder pads. As you can see, the right joint on mine has some excess plastic that gets chewed up anytime you move it. It does have swivel here at the bicep and here at the forearm. He has swiveled wrists that can move side to side and up and down. He has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move side to side and back and forth very slightly. He has ball-jointed hips that can just about do a complete split. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back that far. He has a swivel at the thigh, double-jointed elbows that can only bend back that far because of the knee pads, swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and an ankle rocker. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Raphael. So first up, Raphael comes with these semi-pointing hands. And the right hand on mine has a bunch of excess plastic and a bunch of that light green color. You can see this hand looks really funny. Like I said, you can switch out any of the hands to any of the turtles, but these are the ones that were packed next to him. Up next, he comes with his size that can be stored there on the belt loops. Up next, he comes with accessory holding hands for his size. And finally, he comes with a slice of pizza that you can jab the sai through, and I think that's really awesome. The pizza itself looks really, really nice, and I like how the cheese is stringing down because it's hanging from his sai there. That looks really good. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look at his head sculpt. Again, NECA did a really awesome job on this head sculpt. I like the expression that they gave Raphael, kind of angry, which suits the character. The texturing to the bandana is done really well. I forgot to mention when I was going over the articulation on Leonardo that the bandana can swivel side to side very slightly. If it's sitting like this on the figure, it doesn't move much, but you can move it side to side. Raphael does have a unique shell, which the other turtles don't have. This one is full of cuts and scuffs to the shell, and that looks really nice. You can see his shell isn't as bright as the other turtles, and I really like that. I think that's really awesome that he actually has a unique shell. Just like with Leonardo, the elbow joint on this one looks chewed up right here. You can see that light plastic right there. This other side has the same issue. So yeah, that does suck. I do have a lot of QC issues on this with mine, and the ankles are the same way on this. Like I said, the ankles are the same way on all of the turtles. I didn't notice it till just now, but I think all of the elbow joints might be the same as well. So yeah, that does suck. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Michelangelo. So first up, Michelangelo comes with 2 thumbs-up hands. Looks very nice, fits the character very well. Up next, he comes with accessory holding hands and his sausage-linked nunchucks. I think it's really awesome that NECA included these as an accessory. These are done in a very pliable material. They actually have some sculpt detail to them. They have some texturing to them. And I think it's really awesome that NECA included these as an accessory. I really wish they also would have included his yo-yo as an accessory. I wish they could have at least done that in the accessory pack or included it in this one, but we didn't get that. Up next, he comes with his actual nunchucks, and they fit really well in the side holsters, but if you do that, you really won't get the arms moving down that much. That's about all the farther you're going to move them before you start bending them back. So that does suck. For some reason, the nunchucks on mine, it's supposed to be bendy wire on top, but the wire doesn't bend. It just kind of goes back into place, and that's really irritating. These are supposed to bend so you can get some cool pictures out of them, but mine just slowly droop back into place. I don't know if these are not supposed to move, but I thought they were. But yeah, I don't think these are meant to, or at least they don't on mine. Another really awesome head sculpt by NECA. I love his smile there, his really big smile. That really fits Michelangelo. It looks really good. You can see a little bit of orange paint came down from the bandana here on the face, and you can see a little bit of gappage. There's some glue there, but there's a lot of gappage right there on mine. And as you can see, the elbow joints on this one have the same issues. Right there and there, you can see the chewed up plastic. And let's see, down at the ankles, yep, same issue. I think Michelangelo probably has the worst of it, with the nunchucks that don't bend like they're supposed to, and the chewed up plastic that's really noticeable, and even the bandana. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the final figure from this set, Donatello. So first up, Donatello comes with this alternate semi-pointing hand and this rubber bat. The rubber bat is textured really nicely. Again, you can see a bunch of excess light green paint there on this hand. Up next, you get an open left hand holding an empty canister of TGRI. Up next, he comes with this forearm where you can flip this up and reveal the watch. I love this accessory. I think this is really awesome. One bad thing about this is when you're switching it out, this chewed the plastic up on mine a little bit. I even boiled this. I thought boiling it would help, but yeah, the plastic got chewed up on this peg a little bit, and now these forearms are loose. So that is unfortunate. Up next, he comes with his regular forearm. Up next, he comes with this fire extinguisher. We saw this previously on the Tokka and Rahzar 2-pack. And finally, he comes with his bow staff, and this looks really nice. The one bad thing is I can't fit it through the loops on the back of his shell. This one's too tight, and this one came loose, which is the same issue that I had with the first Turtles Donatello figure. I don't know why, but these little pieces of fabric right here that are knotted, they come loose. And as you can see, there's a knot, and this one isn't attached to it. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look at Donatello's head sculpt. Another really awesome head sculpt that NECA did. I think this is probably the best head sculpt. There's no gappage or anything. The color looks really nice. It's got some great texturing and some lighter color there around the mouth. As you can see, this right arm doesn't have any sort of issue with it. Because of this peg being a little bit chewed up, you can see that the forearm doesn't sit properly the way it's supposed to. That's really unfortunate. I definitely had way more QC issues with this set than I imagined I would. And down here on the ankles, he doesn't have any issues with the ankles. You get a little bit of plastic chewed up down here around the feet, but it's probably the least out of all of the turtles. So yeah, that does suck that this one has this issue with the arm. Let me see if I can push it back in. No, that doesn't want to go. So now, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. So here all the brothers are next to each other. Here they are next to Tokka and Rahzar. Here they are next to April and Splinter. And finally, here they are next to Super Shredder. So overall, I definitely like this set. I think it's a really awesome set, and now I don't have to worry about tracking down those Walmart 2-packs. The only downside is mine had a bunch of QC issues, and you know, this is a set straight from NECA. I got this and the accessory set at the same time, which I'll be reviewing the accessory set here shortly. So yeah, this is definitely a cool set, but mine had a bunch of QC issues that make it a lot less cool. So yeah, if anyone had any similar QC issues with the set, let me know, because so far I haven't seen anyone with the same issues that I've had on mine. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.